The Shadow Champion. In the gritty neighborhood of Southside Heights, there was a boxing gym that had seen its fair share of champions. Among its talented fighters was a man named Jake the Hammer Henderson, a formidable boxer with a record-breaking streak of victories. Jake had always been known for his fierce determination and unwavering confidence in the ring, but he had a secret that he hid from the world, an unusual fear of shadows. Growing up in a small, dimly lit apartment, Jake had developed an irrational fear of shadows at a young age. It all began with a peculiar childhood secret. As a child, he believed that the shadows harbored mysterious creatures that whispered eerie tales and watched his every move. His overactive imagination had turned the simplest shadow into a lurking monster. One fateful evening, Jake's father had sternly ordered him to fetch a glass of water from the darkened kitchen. Trembling with fear, young Jake hesitated before taking a single step into the inky blackness. It was that night he had seen something that he couldn't explain, a pair of glowing eyes, ominous and otherworldly, lurking in the shadows. Terrified, he had bolted back to his room, glass of water forgotten. His father had dismissed it as childish imagination, but the memory had haunted Jake ever since. As he grew older, his fear of shadows had become a well-kept secret, one he fiercely guarded. He kept his room brightly lit, and even the smallest hint of darkness sent shivers down his spine. But in the boxing ring, he was a different person, fearless and unyielding. One day, a shadowy figure from his past resurfaced. It was his estranged father, who had once trained him to be a boxer but had abandoned him without explanation. Jake was both furious and perplexed by his father's sudden reappearance. His old fear of shadows came back with a vengeance, the ominous glowing eyes from his childhood nightmares now haunting him day and night. Determined to confront his past and overcome his fear, Jake decided to have a final showdown with his father in the very boxing ring where it all began. As he entered the dimly lit gym, he could feel the shadows closing in on him, their presence gnawing at his courage. The bout was fierce, each punch a release of pent-up anger and fear. But as the fight raged on, something remarkable happened. Jake realized that the shadows could no longer control him. His determination to confront his past and protect his future had grown stronger than his irrational fear. In the final round, as Jake delivered a powerful punch that sent his father staggering, he also struck down the shadows that had haunted him for so long. With the roar of the crowd echoing in his ears, he had conquered not only his opponent but also the shadows of his past. Jake the Hammer Henderson went on to become a legend in the boxing world. Though the fear of shadows had once held him captive, he had emerged as a true champion, both in the ring and in his heart. His story served as a powerful reminder that sometimes, the greatest battles are not fought with fists but with the strength to confront and conquer our deepest fears.